Thanks for watching Making Artistic Recipes Kitchen Style.
The anticipation is over. We are here.
Hello, my remarkable family, and thanks for sewing with Making Artistic Recipes Kitchen Style for today's sewing segment. We are going to make a newborn dress today, and everything you're going to need for this dress is going to be listed in the description box below. But we are going to sell the pattern for this dress, and that's also going to be a link in the description box below. So let's get started. Now we're going to go ahead and talk about some of the things we're going to do today. We're going to use our pattern to cut out this fabric, and then we're going to take this fabric and start to put it together. So our first step will be to fold them in half, and then we're going to make a French seam. We're going to sew this on the outside first, about 1/4 of an inch straight across here, and then we'll flip it and do the same on the inside. So let's get started. Okay, now that we have stitched this on the outside to start our French seam, we are actually going to turn this dress inside out. Go past the 1/4 mark, I'm sorry, and stitch again. Now this may be easier for you to press it first before we get to that step, but I'm just gonna go ahead and stitch it, but make sure you stitch past 1/4 of an inch because you'll be able to see that on the other side, which will be the outside. Let's get started. So now that we have finished our French seam, which is on the side here, this is what our dress is looking like at this point. So we're gonna go to the next step. We're gonna flip this back on the right side. And we're gonna start on our hem. Our hem is gonna be at the bottom. What we're gonna do for this hem, since we're not serging today, we're gonna fold up 1/4 of an inch. You can do that and you can press it first if that makes it easier for you. Once you fold up 1/4 of an inch, then you'll fold up another 1/4 of an inch. And then we'll be ready to stitch. So let's get started. Okay, so this is what we have so far. We have the back of our dress, which has our French seam, and we have our hem, which we stitched all the way around at the bottom. So now we're gonna go to the next step. What we're gonna do next, we're going to roll and hem our underarms. This may be difficult for some people, so if you need to press it before you stitch it, then you can go ahead and press it. But we're gonna roll it just like we did the hem, and then we're gonna stitch the underarms on both sides. And this is the underarms. Let's get started. That we've finished our underarms, this is where we are. This is what your dress should be looking like at this point. So now we're gonna go ahead and work on the top, and wow, wasn't that fast? This is really fast. We're almost done. So let's get started. What we're gonna do is we're gonna fold the top over about 1/4 inch on the front side. If you need to press this, that's fine, but I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna fold mine over 1/4 inch, and once you do that, you're gonna fold over an entire inch. So do that and let's get started. Two steps. So what we're gonna do now, we're gonna add some ribbon to the top of our dress. Now there's two different ways you can do this. Either you can put 2 single pieces of ribbon, one on each side, or you can take one ribbon, run it through one side and bring it back through the other side. If you use one ribbon, it's gonna tie on one side. If you use 2 ribbons, it's gonna tie on both sides. So let's get started. The way we're gonna do this is we're gonna fold the top of our ribbon about 4 times until it looks about like this, and then we're gonna run our pin up towards the top. Okay, once you do that, it should be about like this. You're gonna run it through your pocket of your dress. Now in the back of your dress, you want to consider the way your seam is laid on how you put your ribbon in. By this seam being laid to this side, if I try to run that ribbon from that way, it may get caught. So it would be best to bring it in from this side so it can flow along with the way the seam is laid in the back of your dress. You just kind of push your pin and pull your fabric, and that'll help guide it through. So now that we've done that, we'll go ahead and tie our ribbon into a bow. Okay, now we're gonna finish the ends of our ribbons. You'll fold this ribbon in half. That's if you want this cut for your ribbon. And then you'll take the scissors towards at the back end and leave the open end on the opposite side, and you will cut up at an angle away from you, and it'll make this. Okay, this side was already done for us. You'll need to heat this to lock your edges on your ribbon to keep it from fraying. Now if you're a minor, you can get an adult to assist you with this step, but this will stop your ribbon from fraying. Now isn't this gorgeous? This is our shoulder on one side, and this is our shoulder on the other side. And so now we have this beautiful dress in 20 minutes or less. Thanks for sewing with Making Artistic Recipes Kitchen Style. Don't forget to visit our channel, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Thank you.